What does it feel like to grow up? You don't remember if it happened yesterday or 10 years ago. It happens so gradually you do not notice it, until you look around one day and think how many tiny unnoticeable changes have happened that I'm this person now. Growing up is just realizing that all the household cleaning and shopping and money earning is your responsibility now, and you would not be able to keep up with them unless you start behaving like adults do. Working all the time, then coming home and doing housework, and then at the end of it being so tired that you only want to entertain yourself with sitting down based hobbies. I think it truly sinks in that I've grown up when I look at the young YouTubers and sports stars who are younger than me tbh. Time keeps speeding up. Life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. Damn if that isn't a good saying. If I am being honest, it is kinda relieving. At least it was for me. People here say it is tiring. And it is. You have more responsibility. But along with that you have more freedom. The best part of growing up is that you can choose your obligations. Sure, it is a luxury to be able to find a job you like, and you can never avoid basic needs like food, water, shelter, but at the end of the day you're still in control. That is something I wouldn't trade for anything. I couldn't go back to being a kid. Parents and teachers treat you like you don't matter. You aren't allowed to make a lot of decisions on your own. But when you're an adult, no one cares if you duck up. Sure, my bones aren't as strong as they used to be, and my 9-5 doesn't pay me enough. But at least if I wanted to, I could wander off to a new place and start a new life. It is that freedom that I love. I was saying to my parents on Zoom the other day about how I still do not feel grown up and feel like I need an adult sometimes. And my dad, who is 78, said he feels the same. So I do not think any of us ever completely grow up. I think it's all perception shift and society making children feel like adults have everything figured out. Everyone's going to be a millionaire. And true love is simple. None of those things are true though, and sometimes you do not figure that out until 30. Like you know it deep down, but then the life lesson comes along and hits you across the mouth, and in a dazed state, you have to reconcile that lesson while rising from the ground. You cannot take your time getting up though, because another fucking life lesson is careening its way toward you. You have money, but no time to spend it. You can go to bed whenever you want, but don't want to stay up late because it will duck up your week. You can eat whatever you want, but you shouldn't because it will duck up your health. Growing up has its moments though. No one can tell you what to do, so you end up telling yourself what to do. I must be doing something wrong. A lot of people tell me what to do. Yeah, but it's your choice to do it or not. An adult can just kinda duck off and get the heck out of Dodge whenever they want. Most American European adults could scrape together $1,000 or $2 by selling most of what they own tomorrow and disappear in a puff of smoke to the people in their everyday lives. We just usually do not. That moment you realize that it wasn't last year but 3 years ago. Also the thing that the days, weeks, months and years are passing on high speed. Part of the reason for that is the monotony we start to live out. As part of being a 30-something drone. If you mix your days and weekends up, if you try to do different things every day, paradoxically your days seem shorter but the weeks seem longer. You're tired all the time. Imagine being a kid and thinking you could spend the whole day playing video games. Now imagine being an adult, getting home so spent physically and mentally that playing a video game feels like too much effort. Growing up is going from the duck around stage in life to the find out stage. And there are fewer second chances as you get older. Always remember it's never too late to turn around. Always tired, always dishes and laundry to do, always stressing about money even if you have lots of it, and you are always still wondering when you are gonna grow up. You still think high school was a couple years ago. Well, it was. Holy poop, that was 14 years ago. You see things with more appreciation and cynicism. For me, horrible. Every day I feel more and more like I've wasted my entire life doing nothing, and I am getting closer and closer to not existing. Time is running out. Time is running out. So you got to do something different to pull out of this depression, if for no other reason than to say you tried. And do not let the sense of impending doom cripple you. When you're not sure if you're developing a MILF fetish or are just experiencing attraction to women your age. We literally had birthday cake for dinner yesterday. So there's that. I remember the time, many years ago, that my husband said we're adults, we can have ice cream for dinner. I do not want to cook. And there's this local pizza place 2 blocks to the north. Do you want to? In a voice. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. Same as before, except you bump into more things. Or fall and can't get up. I am in my 30s. It feels like I'm 6 and playing house. Pretend. Never thought I did live past 15. And all the insane crap after that does not feel real. My energy is as high as it was when I was 15. But my hair has streaks of grey. Seeing my reflection is confusing to how I feel inside. It feels like a lot of regret. I used to come home after school and spend hours watching TV shows. Most of them I didn't enjoy. I regret wasting the time on things I didn't like instead of figuring out my own interests and learning things. It's upsetting to grow up and make certain realizations about family members I would not have noticed as a kid. Some dealing with addictions. Some not very smart. Being abusive but dismissing it as normal. Would have preferred to not have grown up and understand these things. One day you say or do something and realize, poop, I am not a kid anymore. For me it was when I realized I was looking at kitchen appliances for fun, and that getting one of those as a birthday present would bring me joy. Hit me like a truck right there and then. Growing up is realizing that being an adult does not actually feel all that different from being a kid. You aren't any more confident in your decisions, less so. Frequently, you do not really know what the future holds. But you've seen enough that others start trusting you with important things that they didn't before. Like jobs and houses and children and all sorts of things that, deep down, you do not feel any more equipped to handle than you did when you were 11. I still feel like I'm 15 but I'm now responsible for my own well-being instead of my mom. Responsible freedom. You begin to learn to carry the weight of taking care of your own business, but you finally can make your own decisions. Plus, if you have grown up and away from a toxic family, it is a relief to fly on your own. It is like a dark street with golden balls of fire as lights. It is cold and lonely and scary most of the time. And you don't know when you're ever going to feel okay again. But then you reach these warm, glowing balls of fire and you realize you're more free than you've ever been before. And you get to decide what happens next. And you make some of the best memories you can. I am 30 and I can tell you a major feeling of growing up, at least it was for me, is realizing that your parents and the majority of people who raised you had no clue what they were doing any more than you do. As I learned more and more about filling out medical documents, learning to cook, learning the proper way to care for animals, dealing with my emotions and feelings, it just dawned on me that they weren't as wise as I made them out to be in my head. Don't know if that is the case for everyone. But it has also come out even more with how quickly older folks seem to fall for the conspiracy theories and anti-vax stuff. Realizing you weren't Bart Simpson as a kid, you were Milhouse. You are tired more often. You wake up and things randomly hurt. But you also appreciate the small things in life more. For example, the quiet during your drive to work or having a cup of coffee without being bothered. You do not have time anymore. You start losing friends. I finally understand naps. When you realize naps weren't for the kids but for the teachers. You find that one day you finally have nothing to worry or stress about. You begin to worry and stress about why you have nothing to worry and stress about. That is anxiety. This thread is full of people just describing depression and anxiety. Dunno. I refuse to do it. If theses comments scare you, you could try study biology and medicine. Then set your entire career on trying to solve aging. Cause nothing fuels scientific progress like existential dread. You sometimes stop and think, has that been 10 years ago already? I cannot believe 9/11 was almost 20 fucking years ago. the magic disappears. I do not know. I keep finding more and more magic every day. Shrooms. It feels like my imagination and dreams being sucked out. My soul being ripped off of my body. Every day you wake up because you live to work. Sounds like you need to take some time off. So I am turning 37 this year. But due to age dysphoria related to autism, yes, it's a real thing. No, it's not what creepy pervs think it is when they use it to excuse being creepy pervs. I still feel and look like I am somewhere around 21-22. So, essentially I am a 21-year-old with constant aches and pains. Also, time seems to go by a lot faster. When I was younger, minutes dragged by. One Mississippi used to fit into a second. Now I have to rush to make it fit. What is the deal with that? I DK. But apparently it's something I just have to accept as I get older.